What's coming up is the real deal. This is the women's double final. The #1 seeds, the seemingly unbeatable Wang and Wang taking on Tian and Zhao Yunlei. So let's hear from the players and see what they've got to offer. They're coming out announced by the PA announcer, Howard Bentham.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first match on court is the women's doubles final. Please welcome from China, #1 seeds, Wang and Yang. And their opponents, also from China, the #5 seeds, Tian and Zhao Yunlei.
So this, the first of the finals. This was how they knew they got there, to make it an all-Chinese affair in what is, I suppose, China's strongest discipline in the World Championships. A very good afternoon, a very warm welcome to Wembley Arena for finals day then of this 2011 World Championships. I'm Richard Kaufman. I'm in the company of former world #1 at the women's doubles and the mixed doubles, twice a medalist at the World Championships, 10 years apart as well, Jill Clark. First match is an all-Chinese affair. It's going to be fascinating, isn't it, to see how the seemingly unbeatable, the unstoppable Wang and Wu come up against their compatriots, who are the only ones, really, who were able to stop them in the last year.
Yes, that's right. You know, a year ago, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang played against each other in the World Championship final. After that tournament, the two partnerships were dissolved. They've brought together these two new partnerships, and as you say, they really are outstanding in world badminton. The way that Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang disposed of the #3 seeds yesterday, Maeda and Suetsuna of Japan, I thought that was very impressive indeed.
Well, you can see career win-loss ratio 52 in their advantage, and one of those was because Wang Xiaoli was carried off court when they took on Jinny Hui and Go Liyung in China last year, so really that's 51, although we should mention, of course, that they have met as well in the Asian Games, and they were beaten in the final, Jill, by
their opponents of today.
Yeah, absolutely. So. But look at that, it's been very straightforward so far, hasn't it, for them? They've only been on court a maximum of 45 minutes, but they got through the defensive duo of Maeda and Suetsuna, as you say, very impressively. And it's hard to see them being stopped, although, as we said, you know, the combination they're up against today have managed to do it before. Such a fierce combination, Wang and Wu. And here's who they're up against: Zhao Yunlei and Tian, world ranked #7. They're actually the #5 seeds. They world ranking probably a little deceptive, isn't it, Jill? Because they've, you know, if any, played in something like 7 tournaments or official ranking tournaments together.
Yes, that's right, and you can see that from the career win-loss record. You know, a very new partnership, and like their opponents, a very exciting partnership as well.
Well, this is how they have got there. Similarly, in straight games, last 16, a bit of a tough task against Pedersen Rodriguez in the first set, but apart from that, it's been straightforward yesterday against Guda and Ponapa. While the Indian pair put up a good fight, it was always going to be a Chinese victory, it seemed, in that match. So both pairs with straightforward routes. The umpire from Malaysia goes Yang. And it's Hu Longhu, who is the service judge. Well, you look at the records of these two women's doubles partnerships, and it is just unbelievable. For Wang and Hu, it's 11 tournaments, 10 finals, 8 titles, and it's not too bad for Tian and Zhao either. Only 7 tournaments together, 4 victories. They won their first 2 together, the Asian Games and the Malaysian Super Series. In head-to-head battles, it's 2 apiece. So can Tian and Zhao stop the #1 seeds, the world #1s here of Wang and Hu? Jill, it's a really nice way to start it. It's an all-Chinese affair, the only all-Chinese match we have in the finals today. No coaches involved, obviously.
No, that's right. The coaches will be very happy just to leave it to the players to sort themselves out. And, you know, this is going to be interesting.
China.
So the first match of this final day of the 2011 World Championships is underway. Well, into the net there from Wang Xiaoli. Don't expect to see that happen too often in this match.
Good aggressive play from Zhao Yunlei. She, of course, will be in action later on, last of today's finals, in the mixed doubles.
Will that have any effect at all? The fact that, you know, first on, last on, and having your focus, you know, cut in half in some respect?
No, it's standard practice in badminton. If a player is in more than one match in a session, then they try and give that player as much rest as possible.
Well, it's been a good start, hasn't it, from the outsiders, Tian and Zhao. It was a terrific clash between them in the Asian Games final, which Tian and Zhao won 21-12 in the final set.
Service over. 2-4.
Service full call then.
Struck above the waist, says the service judge. Ooh, yeah. Definitely high.
Yeah, that was chest high, wasn't it?
Service over. 5-2.
A few uncharacteristic errors from Wang and Hu.
Yes, they haven't started as they finished yesterday. They were so sharp in their semi-final against the Japanese pair of Maeda and Sortsuna.
Yeah, they were explosive, and they were nothing short of excellent.
Short. Good smash from Tian Qing.
But it was short from Wang Xiaoli, and I suppose if anyone's going to be the more nervous of that partnership, it will be her.
Yes, that's true, because Yu Yang, of course, is the reigning world champion with Du Jing. She won the title in Paris last year. She's also the Olympic champion. And so there's a lot of expectation on this new pairing with Wang Xiaoli. Well, one thing is certain, all four players on court will know each other's games inside out because they train together on a daily basis. But not only that, Yang won the World Junior Championships in 2004 with Tian. So players on opposite sides of the net used to play together.
Yeah, Tian was asked about that yesterday, actually. In fact, you know, they're taking on their fellow Chinese. First sparkling rally of the match. Little miss hit there, got away with it. With the winning shot, and that's what we were expecting.
Yes, I thought yesterday in the semi-final, Wang Xiaoli was absolutely outstanding.
She got away with that one, though, didn't she?
Yeah, but she's got such a variety of shots. She's so deceptive in her play. That final shot there, very few women would have had the technical ability to hit that. Most players would have played it across court, but for her to hold the shot and play it straight down the line on the backhand side, very good indeed.
The way she's able to angle that racket.
Lovely.
Well, it's come alive, hasn't it? Didn't take long, really.
Yeah, but already there's signs to me that Tian and Zhao Yunlei, their tactical ploy is to get Yang to the back of the court, because Yang is such a fine mixed doubles player as well that she loves to come forward. And we've certainly seen from the smash speeds this week that Wang Xiaoli has got the fastest smash in the women's game, and therefore they will want her at the back of the court as much as possible. Yep, keeping Yang to the back. And Wang Xiaoli coming out anyway. Yeah, it's good rotational play, I have to say, from Wang Xiaoli. Was determined not to get stuck at the net and cut out of the game. So after a slightly nervous start, number one seed's back level. For those who were with us over the last week, who've watched any of the women's doubles prior to this final, I've been talking an awful lot about how you've got to involve the net player in women's doubles, because you can't really expect to hit winners from the back of the court. And already in these early stages of this final, both these pairs are showing how aggressive they can be and how really to place the smash so well, or their attacking shot, that it narrows the angle of reply and does get the net player involved. And therefore we do see a far more aggressive game in the women's doubles. That's short.
9, 4.
She's managed 227 kilometers per hour this week, which is the fastest of the week. Not far off it there. The court is playing a little slow, so when they are hitting it 212, I mean, compared to maybe Paris last year, the courts were playing a little faster, maybe. Door, isn't it? You know, kick, eventually the door is going to give way.
Yes, it's interesting because in the semi-final yesterday, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang probably would have ended the rally after a couple of smashes there.
2:19 this time. Warming up nicely, isn't she? Well, they've stamped their authority after a nervy kind of start here. Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang. And they have a interval lead here, 11-9. Week after week and keep winning, confidence just goes soaring high. And I suppose you could say both these pairs have shown that confidence this week. Yet to drop a set. Well, with the fact that neither pair's yet to drop a set, someone's going to have a sinking feeling for the first time in a short while.
Yeah, great example of involving the net player and the movement of the net player, getting herself in position, anticipating where the reply is going to come. That's super play from Wang Xiaoli. Well, she did a couple of those yesterday, didn't she, against the Japanese pair. It is wonderful defence. Refusal just to lift the shuttle, wanting to do something with it, guiding it across court into the open space.
Points in a row now for Wang and Yu. Of course, as soon as I say that, it goes long.
10-30.
Yeah, despite the fact that it's very even when they've met each other before, you've looked at their games this week, and Wang and Yu just do look a class apart from anyone else.
Yes, I agree with that totally. I've been watching them since they formed their partnership, and I've been very excited about this. I was saying the other day that I really believe that they'll take women's doubles to a whole new level. And one of the reasons they'll do that is because their opponents, their practice partners as well, are pushing them all the way.
Now quick to snap that one up. She's looking to become the first player since Gao to turn in a double goal winning performance, if she can win here, and of course then in the mixed doubles. Playing with Zhao now, of course, against Adcock and Banker, the British hopes. Oh, lovely angled shot.
Yeah, great anticipation. Racket arm outstretched, taking the shuttle as early as possible and just guiding it across court. There's the defensive shot. Look at her move forward. Look at that. Super. Oh, she was pleased with it too, wasn't she? A little skip after she saw it being a winner.
That's good. Wow.
Yeah. Great length on that drive from Tian. Head coach Lee Yongbo is a big fan of this player. Says that Tian is very flexible in her style and a flexible personality. She is apparently very good within the team environment. She can play with anyone as far as women's doubles and mixed doubles is concerned. Good influence on teammates. And she's obviously a very flexible style because she's won 8 career titles with 4 different partners. They're highly successful with whoever she plays with.
Service over. 40-30.
Well, this time from the #1 pair. That's on the line.
Well, it's called out.
14,
Oh, well,
15, 30.
I'm watching it. My initial instinct, you heard it. It's on the line.
Well, I'm not convinced by that call either. Ooh.
Was I right or wrong?
Well, if it was wide, it was wide by a whisker. Goodness me, that's close.
Zhao Yunlei and Tian are playing some fabulous badminton in this opening set. They're trailing by 1 point, but of course it could be a point to their advantage if that previous call had gone their way.
Service over. 16-14.
Such thin margins, isn't it? And the difference is gold and silver.
Very impressive how far up the court Tian and Zhao Yunlei were in that rally on their defence there. Both of them encroaching forward, looking for the block.
What a sharp contrast to yesterday when
Yeah, very much so.
Maid and Suna were almost back on the baseline.
Wide.
To the net from Zhao Yunlei. Oh, what a crucial point that was.
Well, Zhao Yunlei was destined to be involved in sport in some way. There's the rest of the Chinese team here watching. Zhao Yunlei's father is vice principal of a sports school in China, and her mother a tennis coach. Tennis becoming more popular in China, but the biggest sports in China are badminton and table tennis.
Okay, please. Service over. 16-18.
Yeah, it's a good steep angle. Played the first attacking shot down the backhand side of Wang Xiaoli, then switching to the forehand.
Just when you think Wang and Hu are going to get away and edge towards the first set.
Quick glimpse there of the president of the BWF, Badminton World Federation, his deputy president as well. Dr. Kang on the left as we look at them, Tian on the right. This is such an important point. Wonderful play from Tian. The drive defence, and immediately looking to come forward, taking it off the top of the tape. A real lesson in how to convert defensive play into attacking play.
Yeah, from 18-15 down, it's now 18-all. You were saying how important that point was. Tian and Zhao took it.
What a great smash.
Service over.
Questionable up from Tian. Called
Well,
good.
He was deliberately flatter, aiming towards the right shoulder, and that was plumb on the line. Oh, that was a nervous-looking shot.
Oh, what a fabulous start to finals day in this World Championships in London.
Yes.
So who's going to get the first game point of the day? Umpire Go Si Yang. Just talking to the players there, Jill.
Yes, just telling them that they're taking too long in between rallies and he wants them to get ready a little quicker. And Go Young from Malaysia, this is his last officiating duties as an umpire, retiring from the umpiring staff after this event, so big occasion for him too.
Oh. It's game point for Tian and Zhao Yunlei. Not according to the script. (18-15) down. They've taken 5 of the last 6 points. Conference time for both players just after the umpire told them to hurry up things in between points, but I suppose maybe you can understand why they are giving themselves every chance of winning this point. It's long from Tian, only just leaving that. Yeah, as you said it. Heart must be in mouth. So, Wang and Wu, the world #1 pair, save game point. We're into extra points now. Someone has to win by 2 clear points. And it's game point now for Wang Xiaoli and Young.
Good placement of the smash. Good hustle first of all from Yang.
It's long. Well, we were given a bit of a fright, weren't they? Yang and Wang Xiaoli there. But from having saved a game point, they took the first one that came their way. Well, what a thrilling start to these finals with the gold medal to be handed out. 22-20. Wang and Wu take the first game. So the Chinese players taking a break. This is Lee Chongwei getting ready for his men's singles match. You see Lin Dan there in the background as well. The dream final, Jill.
Yeah, it's the only final with the #1 and 2 seeds who have progressed to finals day, and it's the final that everybody was talking about prior to the start of this tournament. Everybody wanted to see the world #1 playing against the Olympic champion, and we've got it.
Yeah, that's in the practice area, which is just around the corner from where this court is. And that's to come next on this court, but we obviously enjoying what we're seeing right now, aren't we? Been a thrilling start. Well, it was a thrilling start. Tremendous first game, and look what it means for Wang and Wu here to actually take it. You'd think they just won. Never mind just taking the first set. Yeah. Important 3 points there, wasn't it, for them to win in a row?
Yes, and I have to say, the courage that they showed right at the end, I thought was very impressive indeed. But the quality of play the whole way through that opening game was excellent.
Second game, double play. One love.
And that knocked the stuffing out of their opponents, Tian and Zhao. Or are we going to have another close encounter here? Deft touch from Zhao.
I'm not sure she knew much about that, to be honest, but had her racket up ready.
Service over. 2-1.
Spring in the step now, isn't there?
3-1.
If to say I don't want another close run thing here. Let's get this one with a better lead this time. They were 18-15 up. Oh. Zhao moving brilliantly across the front of the net there.
Yeah, and she uses that sort of movement in the mixed doubles, and that's why she and her partner are ranked #1 in the world in that discipline. Nice.
Oh, just that.
Service over.
Again, a quality point.
4-2.
Of slices of luck, isn't it, for Wang. Timely ones as far as Tian and Zhao are concerned. I tell you what, sometimes it's your day, isn't it?
2.
Yeah, that's incredible.
3 of the first 8 points have gone like this.
Yeah, you create your own luck on instances like that, though. She was taking the shuttle really early, anticipated well.
After the dispiriting feeling of losing that opening set so closely, and then that to happen right at the start of this second, it's kicking the solar plexus, isn't it, for Tian and Zhao Junlei here. Suddenly, it's become a different game. Suddenly, they've lost a bit of patience. Didn't get away with that one.
Service over. 3-9.
Very, very important as far as the Asian Games gold medalists are concerned. They've got to narrow this gap before the mid-game interval. Clever play from Yang.
10-3.
Well, you were talking about narrowing the gap. Well, they haven't narrowed it. They've seen the gap stretched. And, well, after the tension, after the drama of that opening set, this is becoming far easier for the #1 seeds now, and they're very close now to getting a World Championship gold medal. Of course.
Well, China really have been outstanding in this discipline since the China Badminton Association joined the International Federation. Their first World Championships were in 1983 in Copenhagen. So, of course, we've had 16 World Championships since then, prior to this, and China have won 15 of the 16 gold medals in women's doubles.
And that wasn't going to change coming into today, of course, was it?
No.
Given the fact that there's 2 Chinese pairs in this final. Well, backs against the wall for Tian and Zhao.
Round 3. Service over. 4 round. Loading. Tian, Wang, Zhao.
That was a casual defensive shot from Yonex.
Service over. 14-5.
Well, Wang Xiaoli was on the losing partnership in the women's doubles in Paris a year ago in these World Championships. Wang, of course, was on the other side of the court. Now here they are together on the verge of another Chinese gold in the women's doubles.
Wang Xiaoli has not only that silver medal that we just mentioned, also a bronze medal from the 2009 World Championships. So if she was to go on and win this full set of World Championship medals, isn't a bad thing on the CV, is it?
Not at all, no. Young, though, she just keeps having this habit of picking up golds, doesn't she? And it's that kind of play we've seen there, Olympic gold. Another World Championship gold surely now coming her way with the scoreline 14-6 in this second set. Just wide.
15-6.
Yeah, the disappointment of losing that opening game, as far as Tian and Zhao Yunlei are concerned, they've lost their discipline. They're not keeping it tight anymore. In the opening game, they were very much had the discipline of the channel attack. At the end of that last rally, when she was going for a drop shot out wide on the sideline, didn't even attempt anything like that in the opening game. No, that's good. Very good.
I suppose if you're Chris Adcock and Imogen Banker watching this, there's some things to be learned.
Yeah.
As Zhao Yunlei will be up there against the net again in the last match on court here in the final, the mixed doubles.
Oh.
Brilliant.
Service over.
All set up with the return of serve. Like that. It's wonderful.
$17-7.
Three more points for victory. And the gap now is as big as this arena itself.
Service over. 8-18.
Really just playing for pride here. There's no way back from this sort of deficit, not against the world number ones. Oh dear.
Service over.
Yeah, dispirited.
19-8.
Well, what a contrast between the first game and the second.
Service over. 9-2.
It's long. Delaying the inevitable, it would seem. There are match points now, and there are 9 of them for Yang and Wang Xiaoli. The first gold medal of the day goes to Yang and Wang Xiaoli. The world #1 pair haven't dropped a set all week. It was close in the first. They had to save a game point, but in the end, it was a comfortable ride in that second game. 22-20, 21-11.